The beauty of Baja is unlike anything in the world. It's a land that seems to have been forgotten. A place where dirt bikers are heroes, and giving a kid a sticker or ripping a wheelie can make their week. If you've ever wanted to go to one of the most magical places on the planet and you love dirt bikes, this might just be the video for you. Join us for this epic journey as the crew from Ready to Ride Rentals takes a group of 7 friends who met in college more than 20 years ago through 1,300 miles of off-road, reaching from San Diego all the way down the Baja Peninsula. Over the next 9 days, we will conquer different terrains, starting with the pine forests of Laguna Hansen, drop into the cactus forests of central Baja, fly down endless beaches, and finally end up at one of the planet's most sought-after beach resorts at the southern tip of Baja, Cabo San Lucas. We didn't put this video together to be a marketing tool. It's a look inside one of our trips where you will get to experience everything firsthand that Ready to Ride Rental provides, and what to expect if you join us for one of our vacations in Baja, Vietnam, the Himalayas, Romania, or one of our multiple destinations in the US. Day 1 of this Baja adventure starts in Tecate, California at 7 a.m. We're about an hour east of San Diego. I'm driving down from Temecula about 2.5 hours away. Bo drives the truck and trailer in from Phoenix about 6 hours east. And our group of 7 customers, they're coming from all over the US. These guys met in college over 20 years ago and have put together this vacation to go out, explore Baja, and see what it has to offer. The first day of a trip is always a little bit hectic. We have to meet our customers, gauge how well they can ride, set them up with their rental bike, load the tracks, get out there, and basically get everyone on the bike across the border and start moving down the road without really knowing anybody. We're going to get to know these guys on the trip over the next 9 days, going through all these different options, different routes, easy, hard, short, long. Well, technically there's no short one, but it's a great way to get to know some people and figure out what they're really made of. Our day 1 route takes us 191 miles. Yes, you heard that right, 191 miles on day number 1. Most of it's double track. There is some single track mixed in. We're gonna start in Tecate, California, and we're gonna end up at Rancho Melling, just above Ensenada. We're gonna go through the pine forests of Laguna Hansen, see some different terrain, and kind of shake these guys down and see what it's like. You have a pine cone? Hey, Bo, there's a dog.
Hi, yes, hello, hi, hello, hi, yes,
Yes, I know, my arm is amazing, isn't it? I gotta throw this one for this guy.
Oh, flipping Nana would love you. Flip would love you.
This stop into Rancho Topo is a great introduction to these boys of what's to come here in Baja. Random dogs that just want to play, be pet, and then also where we get our gas on a lot of the trips. Yes, we will see some gas stations, but we're also going to be buying gas out of jugs from farmers in the middle of nowhere. And that's what Baja is all about. So sharing these experiences and opening their eyes to what we're going to be doing the next week and a half, this is what it is. I mean, this is Baja at its finest. Day 1 of any trip to Baja always brings out so many emotions and shock in so many different people. Everyone sees the Baja 1000, they see dust, they see straight lines, they see wide open race course. Nobody thinks they're going to spend the first day in a pine forest, and that's what we love to share. The remainder of day one was spent riding more double track, a little bit of highway, and then pulling into Rancho Melling about 9 p.m., 14 hours after we met in Tecate. These are some long days. They're not for the weak of heart. This is Baja. This is the start of day number 2, but to start day number 2, I need to tell you about the rest of day number 1. Right after we got into Rancho Melling, I received a message from our chase truck driver. Normally, we have our own chase truck driver that comes with us, but this group of 7 had a friend who didn't ride and drives trucks and trailers, and he wanted to come with us, but he wanted to drive our truck and trailer for this trip so he could hang out with his friends at night. I won't go into all the details, but there was a breakdown of communication, a couple things that came into play crossing the border that sent him east to a different crossing to start the day, and he wasn't on the routes we had given him, so we jumped on Google, as most people would do, and Google provided a shortcut, which would be great if you were in a Ultra 4 King of the Hammers race truck. Knowing the road ahead, Bo made the call to leave Rancho Melling, go back and meet the truck because it was only about an hour from us. He got there at 10 p.m. They didn't get back to Trinidad till 5 a.m. And they lost the trailer door along the way, and they never met us that night. Instead, they packed it in, got everything taken care of, and decided to meet us at the end of day number 2 in Hotel Catavenia. Long story short, we didn't have our truck and trailer for the first night, so dirty clothes for day number 2, no phone chargers, and everything works out, but just not to plan. This is Baja. You gotta be fluid. With Bo out rescuing the truck last night and not being able to make it back to the hotel, things got switched up a little bit for day 2. Normally, we're out on Desert 2 track, entering the cactus forests and working our way down to Catavenia over a long, long day. With Bo being our main guide, I normally play sweep. I pick up the pieces, I keep guys moving, fix bikes and all that stuff. But as a one-man group, I didn't feel comfortable taking our entire group out into the middle of nowhere with the chase truck on the opposite side of the peninsula. So we called an audible. We hit the beach, we played around a little bit, we saw some wild horses running. We put down a lot of miles of asphalt this day because I wanted to be safe. I wanted to get our guys into the hotel in one piece tonight because ultimately day number 3 comes tomorrow and we have our favorite day of the trip. Well, my favorite day of the trip, the single track day, leaving from Hotel Catavenia and going to Bay of LA. While day 2 definitely didn't see the off-road miles we were hoping for, we still put down the miles, 193 of them to be exact, and probably only 20 or 30 of those were actually off-road on the beach and other places. So that brings us to a total of 384 miles of Baja in just 2 days. Over the rest of the day, we pulled over a couple times just to talk, hang out, look at some cool stuff, and tell them which cactuses to touch and which ones to not touch, which was a much bigger list. And that got us into Catavenia. Bo, where's the trailer door?
I'm not going to say where, but it's not with us.
So you don't know where it's at?
I don't. YouTube's not going to know where it's at. But if you see a trailer door with a missing license plate.
I can't go into all the details of what they said happened on that last night on the mountain losing the trailer door, but I'll just say this. The pictures definitely do not do the story justice. Welcome to day number 3, the single track day. And for me, this is my favorite spot to ride in all of Baja. Why? Because a lot of the stuff we do on this trip, it's faster roads. We see some great stuff, but this is the day for people who love riding. It's challenging, it's technical, there's cactus to get stuck in people, and everybody loves it because it really challenges it. We don't put down 200 or 300 miles on this day. It's closer to 100, but we really get to work for those miles and earn them because it's slow going. There's rocks, there's ledges, there's cactus, there's all the good stuff that make for a single track ride. So let's dive into this one and see what the boys are up to. You got a couple spines left. Oh, the lighting is amazing up there. As we left the cactus forest, we entered a little bit more open of an area, still on day 3 here. But the thing with this is, it looks fast, it looks flowy, but there's a lot of big embedded rocks that'll grab you and toss you if you don't respect them. So keep your eyes open, check out this section. It's absolutely beautiful, and with all the rainfall we've had here in Baja the last month, it's never this green. So these are going to be some of the best shots you ever see from Baja, and I hope you enjoy them as much as we did. And here's another fun part of Baja, dropping bikes and sharp rocks putting holes in clutch covers among other things. A little bit of JB Quick, some sort of Mexican peso, I'm not sure how much it was worth, maybe 10 pesos, maybe 10 million. Not sure, it's still on the bike today, but quick little repair, got this thing going, and we were able to push on. If you've ever heard of the Window Rock Trail, I'm sure the people that told you about it spoke about it in the highest regard. It's some of the most flowy, fun stuff you'll ever ride. and the sightseeing through this area is just absolutely unreal. So this area right here is exactly that, the Window Rock Trail. And we're gonna work our way over there, get a picture with the boys, and figure out if we're gonna push through and do the extra credit, or hit the roads and head back early. So many great options down here in Baja, something for everybody. With this trail stretching on for miles and miles, and a guaranteed finish late into the night, we decided to split the group. Bo was going to take a couple of the guys who were a little bit more eager. I was going to take the other half back and slab it into the hotel. So that's exactly what we did. I grabbed a few boys, we headed back, got some killer single track on the way, hit the road, and rode into the Bay of LA. Bo, he took his group and they went about a mile, looped a bike, smashed a radiator, spent a couple hours on the trail repairing it, and then basically came in the same way we did. Nobody got to experience the harder, more technical stuff with a late night finish. They just got to fix a radiator on the way. After 3 days of kicking these boys' asses up and down the peninsula, we figured they were due for a day off. Now, what do you do for a day off in Baja? Well, I guess you'll have to stick around and see what tomorrow holds. So what do you do for a day off in Baja? If you're with Ready to Ride Rentals and you just happen to be in Bay of LA, you have Bo call your friends over at Playa Blanca, you book a boat, you go sightseeing, seeing some dolphins, some whales, some cool birds, sea lions, other stuff, and then we head over to Playa Blanca where we have some of the most amazing food. We play some games, we relax, and just take it all in, because we know back tomorrow it's going to be on the bikes again. So let's see what this day has to offer for the boys. As the second boat pulled in with the other half of our group, we noticed they had an extra passenger on board. As they were coming into Playa Blanca, they saw a sea turtle that looked like it was struggling, so they picked it up and decided to bring it in so they could help it check out what's going on with this thing and what the local fishermen were able to do to take care of this turtle. When the fishing line was removed from the turtle's neck, you could see it inhale the giant gulp of air and how relieved it looked. It was pretty magical to see such a thing. So props to the local fishermen going above and beyond. I don't know how often this stuff happens, but they cleaned the turtle up and they put it out, and watched him swim away was one of the coolest things I've ever seen on all of my trips down to Baja. It was a special day for sure. How's your guys' boat ride over here?
Save the turtle.
Save the turtle.
Yeah.
Basically heroes.
After 3 long days on the bikes, getting a day to just kind of float around on a boat, hang out on a white sand beach, have some drinks with the boys, and get to know them in a different manner is definitely needed. These tour companies that come down here and just beat you down over and over and over, it's not right. You need a day to relax, a day to hang out, a day to just chill and catch up. And that's what Playa Blanca does. It brings us all together in a nice place, and we get do whatever guys do, just chilled on the beach having fun. So, Bo, RTR, thank you so much for putting this together. These are the days we remember. We made it back to the hotel with a little over an hour of daylight left. We usually just dive in and me and Bo knock out some bike maintenance, but this group, they all wanted to help out and we all kind of just changed air filters, checked fluid, and did our thing together. Wrapped it up with a nice little dinner, went to bed early.
Buenos días. Ah, gracias.
Day number 5, Bay of LA to San Ignacio. This is one of the most unique days on the trip because it's a little bit shorter and pretty much everything's pretty fast. We're coming off of a relaxing day hanging out on the beach. The guys are kind of in a chill mood, and this one is fantastic. We leave Bay of LA. We cruise up some dirt roads along the bay for a little bit. Beautiful, beautiful views. Got Playa Blanca on the left, looking at the ocean and all that great stuff. And we got a beat down. It's a long ride, but it's not a bad ride. It's easy compared to the other days. Lots of fast stuff, high gear, just watching out for embedded rocks. Lots of beautiful cactus stuff to look at. It's just really, really cool. And then halfway through the day, we get to a ranch in the middle of nowhere. And I'm gonna let Bo tell you about that one.
I saw him in the cactus, and I was wondering.
I'm Bo with RTR Rentals, and I love dirt bike adventures. Love traveling the world. Love meeting new people, new dogs everywhere we go, and just like to ride dirt bikes all across the world and see epic places. And this is this is Rancho Piedra Blanca. We travel all the way out here just to see the puppies every day. But no, we used to not be able to take this route because this, to get here, goes from Bay of LA to San Ignacio. And it's about a 160 mile stretch with no fuel. And anyways, we used to not be able to make this route, but we got hooked up with this place from a local that knew of this ranch. And they have gas and lunch so that we can make the distance. Beautiful, beautiful ride through the Sea of Cortez, San Wash, and this like perfect little pristine ranch paradise is like the best lunch we have in the whole trip. It's about halfway down the peninsula.
Leaving Camino Piedra Blanca, we know it's a short ride to the hotel, and San Ignacio is one of our favorite destinations on this trip. Picture, what's the word for it? One of those places in the middle of the desert with the water and the palm trees. You think it's an illusion, but it's actually real. That's San Ignacio. And wait till you see what it looks like when we pull in. Anyway, we hop on the dirt road, heading out of here. It's not bad. It's about 50, 60 miles of dirt, hauling butt the whole time, hop on the highway for about half an hour, and into San Ignacio. Day 6, I guess we'll call it the big mileage day. We do almost 300 miles. To start the day out, we leave San Ignacio and we're on the little 2-lane pavement road for about 40 miles heading to the coast, and then we hit some fishing villages, work our way across the ocean, up the beach, and we end up in Scorpion Bay for lunch. Great little taco shop. Up the beach a little further, keep pushing. We see some of the oldest Baja towns in existence. Can't remember the names offhand, but some of my favorite places to stop, and then keep putting more and more miles down, and it just keeps going and going and going. Almost 300 miles a day on a dirt bike is absolutely crazy, so tuck in for this one. It's a lot of cool shots mixed together. Go to another mission, and we end up in Ciudad Constitucion, one of the bigger cities in the center of Baja. One of my least favorite places, but somewhere we need to stay. They got good food, got dry beds, warm showers, all the stuff you could want. So check it out. Day number 6. Pulling into San Juanico, also known as Scorpion Bay, is a big thing to do on day number 6. It means we've knocked out about half of the miles, and we get to hang out at the beach for a little bit, get some amazing fish tacos, catch up with the boys, and just relax for a little bit. After lunch, we're going to dive down to the beach, run about 15 miles up the coast, climb a sand dune, and then dive into our afternoon stuff of seeing these small towns I talked about, handing out stickers to the kids, ripping some wheelies, and pushing through. We know it's going to be a long day. We're going to get into dark, and it's going to happen though. We're making it happen. The whole group's still here, and everyone's in great spirits. Beautiful sunset. 6:22. 211 miles down for the day. And I think we got about 275 total. So another, let's see here. About 28 or 30 miles of dirt, 30 miles of asphalt. We'll be into Ciudad Constitucion. As we pull into Ciudad Constitucion, I know the trip's nearing its end. We still have one full ride day tomorrow into Todos Santos and then another half day into Cabo. These guys have been pushing hard. We're at the 1,000-mile mark and we want to get some dinner. So Troca Burger, right around the corner, one of our local spots when we're in Constitucion. Good food, good people. Let's get this, get some sleep, and then get after it again tomorrow morning. Day number 7, aka the beach day. Well, this day doesn't actually start out on the beach. It starts out at a nice little breakfast place in town that we ride to, and then we hit the road right from there, top off the bikes and head out. We have a couple hours of dirt roads, but they were smooth and fun this year. There's a little bit of moisture in them, so it wasn't too dusty. I rode in the back with Duckworth here. We're just kind of putting down miles and working our way towards the beach. We're gonna grab a little bit of fuel, get some gas station lunch before we head out to the water. And then the afternoon, we have close to 100 miles of beaches coming into Todos Santos, which is just absolutely amazing. And this year's ride was different than it's been. It's always been high tide. We're always watching out for waves. We're up on a 45-degree thing of sand, trying to go straight, sunk in, and you want to be low on the water where it's harder. But this year it was low tide, and we were able to just kind of zip down the whole thing, which was a change, but it was so nice. So let's check out day number 7 here and get us down to Todos Santos. Every time I do the beach day, riding into Todos Santos, it hits me. It's pretty much surreal. We're out here living the life that most people can't even dream of, can't even imagine. And it's that good. You're with your buddies, you're on an open beach in Mexico, you're just cruising, wind in your face, and this is the good life. This is what I dream of. This is what I wanted to do, and I'm doing it. And we get to come down here and we get to share it with so many new people. Every time we do a different trip to Baja, we get a different group of customers who become friends. We all talk afterward. And it's just great. But at the same time, this is nearing the end of the trip. Tomorrow's a half-day ride to Cabo. And this is kind of the end of it. So we're going to go ahead, make it into Todos Santos, go get some dinner, and have some drinks with the boys, because that's what we love doing. Day number 8, our final ride day, Todos Santos to Cabo San Lucas, and this is a fun one. We usually don't do breakfast, but Duckworth here had a place in Todos that he really wanted to go, so we all went down there, got some delicious coffee, some good food, and then we jumped on the bikes and headed into the mountains. The area entering Cabo San Lucas is extremely green. We go through some mountains, a couple little passes. We end up coming through this wash at the end of the day, and it is absolutely stunning. And this trip, once again, with all the rain Baja's getting, everything was so green. So let's go ahead, check out our final ride day coming into Cabo San Lucas. Slide over this way just a hair more if you can. I want to get rid of some of that hotel. All right, brother. So we just made it into Cabo. We spent the last 9 days on dirt bikes. Is there anything, a certain day, what stands out to you?
Every day was unique. Every day was spectacular. Every day was the best day. The first day was just break the ice. Let's go, go, go. It was, 12 hours of riding it felt like, sun up to past sundown. It was ludicrous, ridiculous, epic, awesome, just perfect, right? Just like, all right, here we go, we're doing this. Next day, awesome day. The next day after that, awesome day. I mean, the beach was fantastic. 100 miles per hour, 6-gear pinch, power sliding through that stuff, awesome. Sand washes, awesome. The pine trees up in it was like riding through Colorado up in the Sierras, awesome. The rocks, awesome. 300 miles of just awesome. Man, every day. And then the cactus single track, I made love to so many cactuses. It was awesome. Travis had pliers back there at the ready for me every turn. Cutting the inside edge, pop them off. Everything's just amazing. This has been just it has far exceeded all expectations. It's been an epic trip.